I think the thing that I fight a lot is that you have to tell people, I already know who I am and I know what I can do. I know what my power is. I've already been through that shit.
So I don't remember if I told you this. I feel like I have, but if I did, my podcast audience needs to hear it. So I've been fucking with you for a long time, like since like the Def Comedy Jam days. And to this day, me and my girl, we, with your friends, you have your little like code language or whatever, your little euphemisms. Yeah. To this day, we still use a variation of your joke about I ain't gonna be in the kitchen cooking beef stew for Charles while you out there trying to fuck my man. We still use that. Like that's like our joint.
Charles, get in here, cut some carrots. You know she a hoe.
Right.
You know she a hoe.
Right. I still remember when you killed that on Def Comedy Jam when you were talking about how you can't leave certain women around your man. Friends. Yep, it's your friend.
Yep.
It was.
I was talking about my friends, the hoe. It's like, nah, I'm not gonna leave you in the room with my man. No.
Exactly. So whenever it's like a situation where we talk about something, we'll be like, cause I ain't gonna be leaving you up in the room while I'm cooking beef stew. Like we just fall out every time. So that joke, timeless, it's made it. It's one of my favorite things to say, and nobody other than us two knows what the fuck we talking about. So as far as I'm concerned, that's your best joke ever. No, it's not your best joke ever.
This is true. The true jokes is always the funniest one.
Yeah, it definitely is. But your career has it's just such a testament to who you are. Because I mean, you've been through some ups and downs, and the fact that you've gotten to this point, hosting one of the iconic game shows and Supermarket Sweep and all the things that you're doing, it's just really awesome to see things just kind of happen for you repeatedly, I should say. Especially I just noticed it was just like a lot of Black women between like you and Regina King and, just all these different Black women who finally, it's like Hollywood is waking up like, oh shit, they're talented. Yeah, they've been talented. We've been new, so.
Man, Regina been in the game for a while. Regina been doing it for a while. Like I remember meeting Regina back way in the 90s, like, cause she knew one of my friends. And I think at the time, you remember 227 and all of that?
Oh, that happened. She was Brenda.
Yeah, she was like, she'd been in it for a while for them. So whenever she gets accolades, I'm always so happy. And I'm so glad she's doing what she's doing because she's always been that person, So it's like now they're just discovering us and they're like, oh, this new thing. And like, nah, man, I'm like 53. There's no way I'm new.
Now, how do you keep yourself from being, I guess, a little... I don't know if frustrated is a word, but maybe a little like, okay, why y'all keep treating me like I'm a breakout star? Like, I'm not a breakout star. Like, I've literally been here. So how do you kind of fight those feelings of like frustration and maybe even a little bit of annoyance that people are discovering you?
Right. Well, first, I like it, to be honest with you, because then they don't put me with the old. They think I'm new. You know what I'm saying? So they think I'm new, but I got the skills of an old. You know what I'm saying? So if they think they're just discovering, discover on, boo. Come on, let's do this. It doesn't bother me. If I was younger, it might have, because I'd be like, no, I've done this. When I first started SNL, I had a little bit of that because I was just like, yo, I'm 47. I literally would introduce myself. I'd be like, hey, I'm 47. My name is Leslie Jones. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, I look young. So they always would come with the shits, you know what I'm saying? With that young shit. I got an SNL at 47. And, SNL usually hired children, they hire children, and I'm not no fucking kid. So, a lot of times he would be saying stuff to me and I'd be like, hey man, me and you in the same age bracket. Don't talk to me like that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you have to check them. Like, hey, I know you think I'm one of them children, but your ass will get snatched the fuck up. Like, I am not that bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done been through it. I don't need nobody. And the thing that I fight a lot is that you have to tell people, I already know who I am and I know what I can do. I know what my power is. I've already been through that shit. Like, people love to say that crossroads shit to me. I'd be like, bitch, I'm 53. I have been to crossroads, railroad tracks, dirt back alleys, stop signs. I done did all that shit, okay? I am very clear about my fucking direction. And let me tell you, Jemele, this formula for the industry never worked for me. That's why if it did, I would have been famous in my 20s and 30s because I'm still the same person, and maybe a little bit more mature, of course, but I would have made it then. But the formula, I had to figure out that you have to create your own formula because they don't know what you are. I'm telling you, everything I would go into, they would always be like, "You're so talented. We don't know what to do with you though. We don't know we don't know where to put you. Like you're too strong for this and you're you're too green for this. We don't know what to do with you." So Lorne Michaels was actually the first person that was just like, "I don't know what to do with you either, but come because we're gonna figure it out. I'm not gonna let you win the Super Bowl somewhere else." That's basically how he was. So, I just went there and just made my own way, and showed them what they're supposed to do with me. I showed them.
You think it would have been different for you, that formula would have evolved sooner if you were a Black man?
Ooh, damn. Yeah. I think about that shit a lot of times, like that or a white woman. If I was a white woman, I'd be more famous than Ellen. That's for sure. I think so, Yeah, but I'm thinking too that if that was the case, I probably would have still been in that group of like Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle and all of them, which right now I'm not. I'm new, you know what I'm saying? The breakout. So it's so funny because this was happening to me back in the days, and my friends was always saying, "Girl, that's good that they think that you knew. That's good. That's good because then you won't ever get, they won't get tired of you. You knew, So I started really realizing that I'm kind of glad that everything happened the way that it happened because I have my own shit. I have my own personality, and I'm me, and without compromising who I am, which is even better.
Do you think that because you went through a period, I think I read somewhere that you didn't do comedy, like when you were first getting in the game, you were getting a little frustrated, and then you kind of quit for a few years, right? And never quit.
No, what happened? See, you talking about when I first started?
Yeah, when you first started.
When I first started, it was in 1987. I was 19 years old, and I had never did stand up before. I didn't know. I knew I wanted to be a stand up, but I didn't know stand up. Does that make sense? So At the time, I was writing jokes. I was writing these little corny ass jokes about my family and shit. So what happened was my friend Vanessa got me a gig opening up for Jamie Foxx. And I was so bad. Oh God, I was so bad. The DJ scratched me off the fucking stage. He was like, "Bitch, get off, zicka, 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 zicka. Get the fuck off the stage." Then my friends were so mad. They wanted to fight everybody. It's like, "Nah, he don't do that. Fuck that DJ. We gonna fuck you up in the parking lot. You don't be doing that shit to my homegirl." Right? So we stayed to watch Jamie. Jamie came out and it was like, "Oh shit. That's what I want to do. What he's doing. That's what I want to do." So after I talked to Jamie was like, "You don't have no material." He was like, "You're 19 years old." He's like, "You barely fucking." Like, he was like, "Go out." He was like, "Go out, get your heart broken, break some hearts, get fired, get hired, start some fights." He was like, "Get some fucking material." So that was in 87. I did stop trying to do that and went out and lived for 6 years and then came back in 93. So that's what happened.
So then you were just collecting, you were just researching, right? By living.
Living. Basically making some jokes, Jemele. Oh, I had the material, girl, when I came back.
So were you funny as a kid?
I was absolutely fucking insane. Now, my mom and dad did not call it funny. They called me fucking insane. Like, my dad would take pictures of me and he would be like, "These pictures is a witness to when I put you in that home, they're not gonna fight me because they're gonna see this picture and they're gonna know that you're fucking crazy. You're fucking crazy." My dad would literally say to me some days, "You're fucking crazy. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" And I didn't know. I just liked attention. I was just always the class clown. I was the biggest girl in school, because I'm 6 feet tall. I was 6 feet tall in the 6th grade. That's what it felt like. You know what I mean? So I was absolutely a nut. I was a nut.
Were your parents like unintentionally funny? You know the way that Black parents
Yes.
are unintentionally funny. Okay, how so?
Yes, especially my dad. My dad would say some of the dumbest shit. Okay, I don't know if you know California, but there's this place called Chico's Pizza over on Long Beach Boulevard. Bomb ass. Well, I don't know if they bomb anymore, but they used to be bomb when I was little. And me and my cousin would sneak and walk over on Long Beach Boulevard to go to this place because, you know, guys was there. So we was like, boys is there. You know what I'm saying? But my dad wasn't with that shit. He was like, you walking on Long Beach Boulevard, what, you a hoe now? Like, what the fuck? So I snuck out one time with my cousin to go, and we came back, and my dad was waiting on the steps for me with a belt. He was like, oh yeah? I was like, Daddy, we just, come on, Dad, let's go in the house. We just went to Chico's Pizza. He was like, I don't give a fuck if you went to Pico's Pizza. You better get fucked up. All my friends was like, hey, Les, we'll see you tomorrow.